What makes America unique? How have we distinguished ourselves from other places around the world? Bugs. That's right, insects. Creepy crawlers. Those relatively tiny creatures that can be terrifying because of their spiky horns and powerful pincers, and mesmerizing because of their surprising camouflage and iridescent wings. In the opening decades of the 19th century, not too long after the Revolution, American scientists sought to identify and describe all the wonderful and varied insects of North America. Their efforts to collect, classify, and publish their findings were part of a rapidly growing branch of natural science called entomology. That is, the study of bugs. My name is Ashley Rose Young, and I'm the curator of American history in the Rare Book and Special Collections Division. Today, I'm going to share with you how bugs shaped American history, and more specifically, how entomology put American science on the map. Entomology had its roots in Europe, and early American scientists, energized by a hard-won war for independence, wanted to establish their own entomological practice in the United States. They were on a mission to combat European scientists' belief in the inferiority of American nature, and the inferiority of the entire country and its people, for that matter. In this way, studying bugs became a patriotic act, a way to change America's status in the eyes of the world. Thomas Jefferson himself fought back against European misconceptions. In Notes on the State of Virginia, he argued that the United States was abundant with natural resources and brimming with distinct wildlife. He was particularly keen on emphasizing the striking size of American animals like bison, to show that America was not only equivalent to, but arguably more impressive than Europe. American entomologists, though, were fighting back against European bias on a different scale. Theirs was a world defined by magnifying glasses and microscopes. Philadelphia, home of Independence Hall and the Liberty Bell, became an important hub of American entomology, especially after the establishment of the Academy of Natural Sciences in 1812. Key founding members included self-taught scientists like Thomas Say, who was widely recognized as the father of American entomology. Born in Philadelphia in 1787, Say came from a famous family of naturalists. Perhaps inspired by them and eager to establish his own career, Say joined numerous expeditions between 1817 and 1823 to observe and collect specimens previously unknown to entomologists. He traveled south through Georgia, Florida, and the Sea Islands, west through the Great Plains to the Rocky Mountains, and north to the headwaters of the Mississippi River, crossing great swaths of the American landscape. Soon after, Say published what would become his most famous work, American Entomology, or Descriptions of the Insects of North America. It consisted of 3 volumes published in 1824, 1825, and 1828. In the 1820s, making large scientific books was expensive, especially for works that included hand-colored copper engravings like Say's American Entomology. Instead, some publishers split big manuscripts into several volumes, enabling them to earn a profit on each publication, which helped defray production costs. Knowing this was standard practice, Say planned for the books to be released without page numbers and with easily removable paper covers. That way, when the entire set was complete, patrons could eventually bind the whole work together in leather. And before rebinding, they could reorder the pages so that insects of the same kind could be arranged next to each other, as would be the case for these 2 butterflies, the latter of which is believed to be the first known representation of a monarch published in America. Through the 3 volumes of American Entomology and numerous other papers throughout his life, Say detailed over 1,500 insects, 1,000 of which had never been described in Western science. His gargantuan study of small creatures won him international acclaim, and perhaps most importantly, the respect of the European scientific community. American entomology was on the rise, and so was the reputation of the United States as a center of serious scientific research. Say's work inspired new generations of entomologists, and their field of study grew exponentially in the coming decades. By the 1880s, American entomology was a well-respected and deeply established field internationally. In fact, when measuring the number of people who participated, entomology was the largest zoological field of study, more popular than even the study of birds. Sorry, Audubon, the fly outperformed the flycatcher in this instance. Looking at the popularity of all the natural sciences from physics and chemistry to earth science and astronomy, entomology was second only to botany, the study of plants. Amateurs and professionals alike could not get enough of bugs. Through this robust participation, entomologists' efforts increased the number of described American insects tenfold from 1840 to 1880, and momentum only grew from there. Today, the number of described American insects is approximately 91,000, but somewhere around 73,000 are still unknown. Perhaps it's time to pick up a net and a magnifying glass and go on your own entomological adventure. You never know, you might discover something new and make your own mark on American science.